Hey, what's up everyone and welcome back. So lately I've been getting a lot of requests from people new to web design who are looking to set up WordPress on their local machine using a Mamp or WAMP server. For those of you not familiar with Mamp, Mamp is a software program that allows you to create a local hosting environment for website development. With Mamp installed on your machine, you can create and develop static HTML or dynamic database-driven websites such as Drupal, Joomla, and of course WordPress. Mamp stands for Macintosh Apache MySQL PHP. Mamp comes with a free version, however there is a paid version called Mamp Pro which offers some additional features. For those of you who will be developing on a PC, there is a PC version called WAMP, and it's basically the same thing but for a PC platform. For the purposes of this tutorial, I will be developing on a Macintosh, so I will be using the free version of Mamp. Great, let's get started. So first we should boot up our Mamp, and that should take you to the welcome startup page. Okay, so if you click on my website, it's going to show you the index. This is going to be the directory where Mamp looks for your website. So the path to this can be found on the Preferences web server. It's Applications Mamp htdocs. So if you right click Finder, click on Go to Folder, Applications Mamp should bring you into the Mamp directory. You can just click on htdocs. I actually have it bookmarked because I use it so often, so I would recommend doing the same. Okay, the next step would be to download a fresh copy of the WordPress platform. You can do that by going to wordpress.org. WordPress is open source, therefore it is free. So once we download WordPress, we should unzip it and drag it into our htdocs folder. Let's rename this to my first site. This is just so that we know, eventually you're going to have several sites in here. This is just you know, just a way to keep track of which site is which. So now that we have the WordPress core files, we need to create a MySQL database so that these core files can communicate with it and store your data. So the next step would be to go back to the Mamp homepage, click on Tools, PHPMyAdmin. This is going to bring us to the PHPMyAdmin interface where we can do a whole bunch of things. So if you click on Databases, this is a list of all your current databases. You can create a database by typing in the name. Let's call it MySiteDB. We'll click Create, and here's our database. Notice it's totally empty. There are no tables in here. So once you have your WordPress core files and you have your PHP database, your MySQL database, the next step would be to have WordPress create the necessary tables to run the program. So if we go back to the index page and we click refresh, you're going to see my first site because this page is basically reading everything in this folder. If you had 4 or 5 separate sites in here, you would see a list of each site. So because we only have one, we only see one. So once you click on the link, it's going to take you to the install page. It's going to ask you a few basic questions, language. So this next page is basically telling you that there are a few things you're going to need to know in order to proceed. You're going to need to know the database name, which we already established. It's MySiteDB. The database username and password. When you're developing on your local machine using Mamp, the default is going to be root, R-O-O-T, for the username and the password, and the host will be localhost. So you might want to write that down the first time around till you get the hang of it, and then let's go. All right, so the database name again is MySiteDB. The username is going to be root along with the password, and the database host will be localhost. We don't need to alter the table prefix, so we're going to hit submit. Okay, so basically once you click run the install, your WordPress, which is here, is going to communicate with your database, which is here, and create the necessary tables to have a successful WordPress install. Okay, so our website title, this can be changed at any time. The username is going to be the name that you use to log into the back end of WordPress, the administrator section. The initial username that is created during the install cannot be changed at a later time. So I recommend using something that is easy for you to remember but hard for other people to remember. Definitely don't use things like admin or administrator or something that a hacker can potentially guess pretty easily and compromise your website. So for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to use Tony because this website will never see the internet. In fact, I'm probably going to delete it as soon as I'm done with this tutorial. I'm going to make the password Tony123. It's a weak password. We know that. We're going to do it anyway. And your email. So if you have users on your website that are posting comments or content, this is the email address that you'll be notified. Okay. I'm going to click install. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we should get to the admin screen. That's great. So let's log in. All right, congratulations. This is the back end of our WordPress website. So let's take a look at the front end. This is the front end of our website. Pretty basic, huh? So something I recommend for new website developers, if you're not familiar with WordPress, if you're not familiar with HTML or CSS yet, you can download a lot of free templates that might look more like the type of site you're trying to create, or you can actually browse around in the marketplace like Template Monster or Theme Forest. I actually have a template that I bought a while back. I like it a lot. I bought it on Theme Forest. It's called Enfold. And it's actually one of the most downloaded themes on Theme Forest. So once you download the theme, you have to put this in your themes folder in your WordPress site. So let's navigate to the website. We're going to find the WP content folder. Then we're going to find the themes folder. And then this is where we're going to drop our theme. Okay, so now if we go back to the back end of our website, click on Appearances, Themes, you should see the Enfold theme here. So once you click Activate, that should activate the theme. You can go to the front end, hit refresh, and now you have a brand new theme. Some of these themes even allow you to install sample data to give you an idea of what the sites can look like. There are different options here. It's pretty handy. So what I recommend would be to look around and find a template that you feel has the look and feel of a website that you're looking to create. Some of them are free, and some of them can go for around 50, 60 bucks depending on the popularity and the functionality of it. So once you find what you like, you can install it, and you can make some modifications. Anyway, that's basically it. You guys should be all set and ready to develop your website on your local machine. And I'll be adding more development related tutorials to this channel, so please subscribe if you're a beginner to medium grade developer looking for some tips and tricks to cut down your learning curve. If you have any questions at all, or if you would like me to create a tutorial on something a little more specific, just please comment below Thanks and happy coding.